There we go. Let me see if I am live. Yes! There we go. And I need to write down this schedule. Uh-oh. 10 a.m. to 5:30 on Thursday. At least I got Monday and Wednesday off for school. 5:30 for Thursday. Work. 10. There we go. Whoops! Uh-oh. Not 10. 5:30 a.m. Right. Thursday. Alright. Noon till 12. No, noon till 10:30. On Friday. Because that's how it works. 3 to 8. No, wait. Ah, crap. There's nothing on Friday. It's actually Sunday. Or Saturday. Never mind. Click. And then 3 to 8 on Sunday. This is a huge cutback next week. Because I'm only getting like 20 hours compared to everybody else who's getting like 36 hours! Oh, dang it. Now, let me see if I got stuff up. Am I up? Am I live? Am I love? Am I love? How the hell did I get 3 subscribers over one day? There we go. Actually, I gotta fix that. But, I'm going to see if I can get back into whatever it was. So today, I'm going to do a couple things. Number 1, I'm going to rearrange my work schedule. Which is this thing right here. So yes, I got... Let me just... Aww. I bet someone did that as they were watching. So yes, I got my work schedule right here. This is what next week looks like. Now! You're going up and down, are you? Who the hell's doing that? You're doing that, are you? Alright, who the hell's doing that? I bet somebody's watching this early in the morning! Somebody is watching me. They are watching me. No. Giving me Mr. Russia. There you are, Mr. Russia. Alright, now, I'm gonna get right to the bottom of this hate. A lot of people on the DAGAMES hate my guts. I do not know... Well, I do know why. I have somewhat of an idea of what is going on. So, the only way to figure this out is to search up my name. And apparently, my name has been plastered everywhere. Where's Garnet's card player? We need him. Banned in the first place. I'm just curious. Why is Garnet coming back? All of Garnet. What's wrong with Garnet? Welcome, Garnet. Joining, take him on, keep banning him, Garnet was an old friend of mine for a long time back when I was a really small channel. Even Will Ryan admits. Garnet from GCG joining the server. Do you understand what I said? So, let's see what everybody is saying about me now. Moonraven. Garnet is a fucking cunt. Ooh. What happened here? Yeah, he is alts, but you mods have been bad-mouthing him. Rude. This goes way beyond the server, says Moonraven. And this is back, like, a couple weeks ago. Last year. He's gone out and harassed each and every mod. Okay, first of all, I did not go out and harass each and every mod. Because to harass someone would suggest that I am on the offensive. Takes a fucking long to piss me off, and Dave succeeded. Well, first of all, I don't really piss anyone off, Moonraven, so if you took that personal, that's on you. So, and he's like, cool. And then Caitlin's like, don't take sides and act like Dave is some saint without actually getting the full story, you know. How about we talk this to General, or DMs? During a live stream, he went on asking personal questions to Brownie of the JCG. I asked him to stop over and over, and it didn't happen. Stream was cancelled. Yes, I personally admit I asked Chris Brown, 1988, a lot of questions. Like, to me, he had a celebrity mindset. And I wanted to pop his little bubble at the time. I felt like I did want to incite a response, but they took it personal. They were like, oh, this person's attacking! Oh my god, you're going after him! No. He was inside his little bubble. And I'm just exposing him to a little bit of reality. So, I could argue that over and over, but some people did not like what I said during my stream. Cool. That is just a short example of cool. Yeah, right. Nice attitude. Can I see the stream? Covering up your tracks, I respect Will and some of you mods, but others are rude. I'll say it again, General now. Most people are here. Tails, for the love of God, follow the rules and go to General. I did. Now I can move on. So, according to what Moon Raven is saying about me, he asked me to stop with Brownie, but I didn't stop. Of course I didn't stop. I personally admit to not stopping with Brownie. So, if you want to know who Chris Brown is, he's on the JCG. And I'm going to go over a little excerpt with Brownie. He was actually part of the DAGAMES. Back before Will fired him. He was not let go. He was not... Yeah, this is Chris Brown, 1988. So, let's just go over what happened. Games. Before everything went south. Farewell, Brownie and Caught. It was a blast. Now, I gotta explain a little something here. They were not let go. I'm going to air out a lot of dirty laundry, and a lot of people are not going to like it. Brownie and Kalal were fired from the DAGAMES. There's a scheduling error made over and over. There's an inconsistency with everyone's work schedule with regards to the work that was needed. Because Kalal was editing at the time for the DAGAMES, he was asked to do other jobs. Will felt that... okay, going back to Kalal, when the two of them were working at the DAGAMES, Brownie was making his Let's Plays, and he was overcompensating for Will's work, and this caused a huge strain on the work that was being done for the DAGAMES. So this upsetted Kalal, and it caused a huge strain on his work, because he had to edit a lot of Brownie's work. And because of this, there were a lot of complaints being brought to Will, and he did not like that. So this was a huge strain on Will's part, because he didn't want to deal with too much effort at the time. Like, I'm not entirely sure about the full story, but there was some... Even though Will explained in his video that it was okay, there were some things that weren't good. Kalal and Brownie were together at the time. With this, I leave you with the message.
Hello everyone, it's Will Ryan of DAGAMES here.
I like the emotional appeal. Like we're trying to get back into the Undertale music. So let's just turn on captions. And I'm going to turn off the audio, so I don't have to hear the music. On behalf of the highlights, and as you guys have known, Kalal and Brownie are fired. So basically, after they got fired, this upsetted Brownie a lot. Because Brownie and Will were together for quite some time. And... we're still alive? Yeah, we are. Because Brownie and Will were friends for quite some time. And this upsetted Brownie because he was let go, and it got to the point where, because Brownie was so emotionally compromised after being let go from Will, I don't know what Will's decision was at the time because he was dealing with a lot, it caused Brownie to enter a stark emotional state, if that makes any sense. So it came to the point where he was not feeling right with Will. He made a lot of complaints. He started to cover up some of his vulnerabilities. He didn't want to be known as emotionally vulnerable. And yes, I did question Brownie on this, as to why he was pissed off, and even to the point where a lot of people didn't like it. I heard Brownie, off of his brother's microphone while we were playing Minecraft, he was complaining to his mother. He was very sad, up to the point where I thought he was going to talk about Will. I'm wondering, what the hell did Will do at the time? What the hell are you doing, Will? So, yes, that is why I questioned Brownie. What's going on? Even though Brownie didn't like it, because at the time, Will just fired him. So, there's been a lot of crap going on. Why did Will fire Brownie? There's a couple of reasons I have, or a couple of ideas. One that I heard from Kotlol, that, during the EGX panel, I think it was 2014, I think, during the EGX panel, or no, 2015, that Brownie, when they got to the panel, according to what Kotlol told me, Brownie took over the spotlight. He was talking over everybody. There's huge body language. This is when Kotlol and Brownie got up on stage.
Chances to give you all a Q&A, but we're not going to leave you all empty-handed as well. We're all going to give you an opportunity for every question that you ask. We're going to give you some signs of merch. I think that's an obvious one there. What would you do?
I think personally for me, I would want to play the phone guy.
Phone guy?
Yeah, I'd just be the phone guy. I never get seen and no one pays attention to me.
I never get seen, and no one pays attention to me.
To this as a phone guy.
Me?
I don't think, yeah. What would you think?
So according to what Kotlol has told me about
Foxy,
EGX, Brownie tried to take over the stage, and this caused a lot of group confusion, as if he was trying to take over the show. So maybe Brownie was going to take over the entire DA games, but Will was not too pleased with this, so
I think we already said with it, Foxy.
according to this video, there's a...
There you go, you got your cosplay sticker. I think we're going to start making our way over here. Does any of you guys have any questions over here? You're down there, absolutely.
What do you think of
What about Cot? As if Kotlol has not said anything.
any other...
Okay,
songs
raise
about-
your hand so I can see which one's questions. Anyone?
What do you think about making any other game, like songs about any other games?
Kotlol is being asked about the songs. Not Will Ryan.
Oh, well, we do have some in mind, but I think our song guy wants to answer that one as well again.
So why is everyone asking Kotlol about the songs? And not Will Ryan? Because everybody has asked Will Ryan about the Cuphead song, and that just pissed him off even more.
Oh, thank you. It depends, really. I mean, there's a lot of games out there. I mean, we have been having our eye out on Steam. Yes, let's go to that young man over there. That one there with the grey on the front. Yes, you. You.
So basically, a lot of what I got from Kotlol is that Brownie somehow took over for the show, even though it might be different. The great majority of the EGX for the DA Games panel has been taken over by Brownie, and this caused some concern with the group at the time. So everybody was going to be together. Even I could have been on the DAGAMES, according to Brownie, as some sort of special counselor at the time, because I'm very good with discussing people. But because everybody has become emotionally compromised, everyone's getting cut off one after another in favor of Will, it seems like things have taken a real turn for the worse. So when I questioned this, when I questioned Brownie, even though I didn't like it, and yes, I did pursue and insist about this, he took it personal and blamed me on his own stream. He blamed me. He somehow explained to Kahlo that what I did was not right, because they don't want to face their own emotions about being let go. They want to hide every single one of their invulnerabilities. So, yes, every group has a problem. They might look happy on the outside, but on the inside, they feel like shit. Every single group has problems. They're just afraid to talk about it because what happens if a group does have problems? The focus of a group would be on their problems, not on their progress of getting actual work done. And that's what they were afraid of, that if it escalated into something that big, it would become a different situation. They would have to be dealing with the problems instead of the actual solutions. So let's move on with something else. Quick question. What did Garnet do in the first place? I think I already answered this using examples from Brownie. Try to friend me, so I sent him. I really wanted to get this off my chest. With regards to the question, I don't think I ever learned. That's just how I used to rewind. It wasn't good. So I know I saw private tales. Most of the time, come on, everything stops. Either finish their sentence, something reduce. So yes, everything with the DAGAMES server. It's all about people changing the subject because they don't want to talk about how emotionally damaging everything is. Because they don't want to talk about it. They're tired. They don't want to deal with the problems in front of them. So, I know I saw... He's right. He is... Okay, here we go. So here, I know Private Tales was helping me out a bit. And I actually accept him, or his help. He was against me, and then he submitted this. Ben needs to lay off with telling people. This is, yes, I actually told him. Ben needs to lay off with telling people not to talk to me. It's actually turning into hate speech. He can joke about how it's not hate speech all he wants. Who's that person? Some sad boy who made 10+ alts to get around his ban because he doesn't know when to stop. Just ignore him. Again, the ignorance of just ignoring personal feelings really continues with everybody else. Nobody wants to get into it because they don't even want to face their own emotions. They want to accept their own reality. They just want to blame other people. So, granted, this is... So, it goes really here. It's before Moonraven. Moonraven's not pleased with my situation. The reason why I was hated by a lot of people, according to Kahlo, is because I failed in so many social situations. Because I'm not a normal person. Because I came out of the closet as trans. And that somehow accepted. That somehow upsetted them. It somehow gave them a bad message about me. Somehow as a black sheep. But this was way after DAGAMES got really disconnected with each other. This is after Brownie and Kahlo were fired. Way after. So I didn't come out of the closet to everybody just yet. So... sad boy. I did admit to Ben that I had 10 alts because I was trying to get in touch with him so I could get in touch with Will. I wanted to talk to Will. I wanted to know what was going on because I wanted to pop that little celebrity bubble, and I think I came close. So, let me get on for a second. To popping that little celebrity bubble that everybody has. I don't know why everybody, when they become a celebrity, they become really disconnected with their friends. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know, maybe it's just a mentality that they bring upon themselves. Like, I could have become a celebrity back in the 08 period, but I decided not to because I figured that the best interests of being a celebrity would be to develop a personal character first before getting into the fame. Just gone out and harassed every single mod. But I don't know if Will is really taking it upon himself to become less celebrity and become overwhelmed in the process. So, I miss Will. So, moving on. I've already discussed this. Everybody doesn't want to take into consideration their own personal point because talking about me raises some drama. Because everything about me is related to drama. Anything. I start drama while not being there. Let me look up the definition of drama. A play for a theater, radio, television, exciting, emotional, unexpected series of events. Again, emotional, unexpected. Accident, scene, spectacle, crisis. So, usually involving conflicts and emotions. So I know I've gone over this before, and why is it wrong to talk about me? Because it brings up conflict. Why is conflict wrong? Because they can't really face their own conflict. Ugh, there's a lot more I could get out with Will. But I think I'll discuss Will a little more often. So I mentioned before that I was one of his friends. When we were still on Newgrounds. And I show you a post confirming this. I was in one of his live streams. I was going to talk to Will. Like, I tried to talk to him several times on Skype, but we never really got in touch with each other. Hello. So let's see if I can pull up Skip. If it's still there. Or no, wait. I have a better idea. Let's see if I can pull up the messages from Will. Nope, he's still there. There we go. So, right back in 2016, I tried to contact him every other month to see if he would respond. And then he finally contacts me. He's like, stop harassing my moderators, stop harassing my community, stop harassing me, remove all your accounts from my server. I don't want to communicate with you anymore. You've tried to go against my terms and conditions. Every regulation online, just try to prove yourself right. We've been forgetting the longest that you're not always right. When asking for an apology for something I've done as a normal human being, not associate myself, which is not associate with myself with someone who can't take somebody else having an opinion. And now because you've been making several alts to try and communicate with me, just stop. Move on with your life. I don't want to talk with you anymore. The only reason why I have to say it here now is because my mods have been trying to tell you this. But you don't believe them, so that's why I'm personally coming forward and telling you this. I'm sorry, just move on. Have a good life. Also, this is directed towards you, and my statements are back-up-able. What? Back-up-able? What the hell is back-up-able? Hunched over, unable to stand up straight. Back up. definition. Backing, aid, support of any kind. Hardback. Is there any definition to back upable? Holy moly. Okay, so back upable is not a word. Okay. Also, this is directed towards you. It was you. And so I wasn't the only one with opinion. Kalo and everyone else had the exact same thing. If he's trying to suggest that his statements are substantiable, or any of his claims are substantiable, okay, but what is back upable? I just don't understand. Alright, so, like I said before, when we were suggesting that I'm harassing someone, it means that I am on the offensive with someone, which means I contacted the mods directly on my own. I was on the offensive. I made the first move. But if someone messages me first, then that's not the first move. Henceforth, that's not harassment. That's just response. That's just reacting to them. So, I'm sorry, Will, but I have to refute your first comment right here. Harassing. So, did I harass the mods? Did I, in any way, shape, or form, harass any of the DA Games mods? Well, first, let's look up all the... Alright, how many mods are there? Around 10. Caitlin, Dark Lord Mager, Ari Jafar, KK, LLL, and I know there's Zoe. There's several mods on the DA. Who do I start with? Let's start with Caitlin. Because why not? Caitlin the Fenta Demon. Yes, I spoke to her. Very short sentence. Yeah, I'm in the games for, but I know everyone's pissed, especially me, but is there any chance you could talk? If anything happens, I'll take responsibility. So yes, I did speak with Caitlin first. But is this harassment? I don't know, nor do I want to talk to you due to that reason. What reason? I can assume it's based on what Carlos said. At some point, I'd like to have some defense against what he's saying. Regardless how much he wants to vilify me, but he doesn't care. Once again, no clue who you are, stop messaging me, or block you. Okay, fine. So what is the reason for friending me? Will change my previous feelings towards you. Like, how dense are you? And I give this. And then she's like, enjoy your block. And then I talk to her again. That's just me doing my live stream invitation part. What do you want? I swear to God, if there's anything to do with the Will or DA Saver. There's none of the do. It's mostly me handing out invites for a live stream. So yes, I invited Caitlin to a live stream. Okay, except I told you not to DM me here again. Why are you here again? I got nothing personal against anyone. I'm just trying to make new friends and contact with everyone. A lot of people actually add me even though they don't know me. Good for you. Start with something else. You've been nothing but a nuisance as far as I'm concerned. Goodbye. Not off to a good start with Caitlin. So yes, I did make the first move, but there's nothing harassing about it. Just trying to ask what happened is not the same as harassing. Disagreeing with someone is not the same as disrespecting them. But unfortunately for some people, it's the exact same thing. KK. Yeah, I've gotten into a situation with him. Let's see. Do I still have him? I do have him. Oh, gish. How many KKs did I get? Nope. Wrong KK. Let me see. The pink one. Let's see. Where's the pink one? What happened somewhere? Did it? No. Alright, you know what? I'll have to add, yeah. This, KK. talked with you quite a number of times. I know he's on another server somewhere. But I cannot tell. Because he would have to be here. So how am I going to find his name? Would it have to be somewhere in another server I was just in? How am I going to find KK? He's here somewhere. But where? Perhaps here? If I can't find KK, then I'll have to move on. Because I've had a long discussion with him. I'm trying to find out where he is. Dockos. There should be a server in which he's on. At least. Nope. Nah, he's not here. I know there's several servers I'm in, but he's also. Is there any sort of... Wait. Can you use that one? Because I'm trying to figure out where KK is. If I can't find him, I'll move on. Just Dreamers. It's gotta be here somewhere. Where? So, it's hard to find someone who blocked you. Because you can't search up their name. You can't look up anything else. I don't know if I closed a lot of chats to really look for him. There is a discussion between me and him. We've gotten past that. No, we didn't. So there were a lot of mods. I'll try to look for KK a little more. If I can't find him, then I'll move on. Or I could just look at another server. Or not. Because I got a lot of servers here. Shadow's Room. Hellbench. Is there any servers that I'm in that he's also in? Because I'm trying to figure it out. And I know I spent a lot of time looking for evidence. Which is probably a waste of time to some people. Yeah, dang it, I can't find it. I know he's here somewhere. He's in a lot of other servers. But it's really hard to find the people who were here because of the fact that once they block you, it's hard to find them. Unless, of course, I could find them on another server and then search them up. But I still cannot find their name or anything. Games, community gamers. No. There is some amount of discussion between me and KK. I'm really gotta find him. I know he's here on one of these servers somewhere. Just Dreamers, no. I already looked that up. Dreamers, Houdini. Oh god. He's not even here, is he? Oh, I'm gonna look a little harder. Little Angels. Nope. Okay, so I can't find KK. Alright. Unless I find a server that he's also in, that's not gonna work. Or I could find a server that he's posted. And I might be able to join. Because if I've never banned anyone elsewhere, I've never banned you for another reason. Usually, self-promotion. Did he post a server that I can go up in? Like Orobosaurus. No, can't go down. Because if I go down, I get B stuff. There we go. Alright. Is there anything that he posted? Yes, it did. 2. Okay, he did. But how am I going to get in there? I need to have an account on the exact same server that he's in, but I'm not able to do this. Will it even work? Probably not. Nope. Can't join because the IP address that I have has been banned from his server. So I'll figure that out later. Okay, I'll look for KK later. He's a bit tricky to find. Now, okay, so let's move on with the different mods. I've already spoke to Caitlin. Ducky likes me, man. There was another one. LOL, Ira Jafar, Snowy. So, let's look up Snowy. If I can find her. If not, she probably banned everybody. She doesn't want to talk. Okay, I do have something of her. So I was like, yo. And then she was like, hi. And I was like, hello, I know you're busy with the YouTuber, but it's okay if I can ask you a question. Don't ask for my opinion for what happened between you, Cot, and others. I also know Cot is in the chat, and he simply does not care about what I say. And she's like, I don't care. Don't drag me into this mess. And I'm like, and I know I'm on everyone's shit list, but just for once. And she's like, no, stop. I don't want to be involved. Without involving you. May I please know why Carlo doesn't care so much? I said don't ask for my opinion. I'm asking for Carlo's opinion. Anything he said. And then she's like, don't bother me about the mess you're in. If it is not a bother to you. Besides, and she's like, go away. And I'm like, okay, fine. So, that's been a resistant course with her. I did go first, but she's not very open. So, that didn't work. Duck likes Mega Man. Did I speak to this one? Oops. Where is this? Okay. Duck for once. Dang it. Okay, again, this is another person who blocked me. They're withholding their conversations in an attempt to make their statements unfalsifiable. So, they can't prove their statements wrong. They can't prove their statements right, and yet I can't prove their statements wrong. So, they're relying on a lot of, well, we'll never know because we're too upset to say it. Dear Gish, dear lordy lordy loo, lordy lordy da. Let's see, Dark Lord Beggar. Did I speak to this person? Julio. Yes, I did speak to you. So I'm really sure 100% that I spoke to Julio. Okay, so we're in a bit of a discussion here. This is going up until 1 in the morning. Let's start at the very beginning. How can I help you? Well, he responded first. You don't need to do me any favors, just adding me is more than enough. Just a fair warning, I'll finally report on you directly towards Discord, and message you forward towards them, along with your user ID and all the other alt accounts we've banned in the past. Like, a bit harsh for a friend request, because I have friend requested him. We have expressed several times you're no longer welcome in the fan server, and you persist. I'll let that go. You failed to listen, and he will always say, so we're taking to a higher level. Which server? Granted, don't play stupid. I have several alts in several servers. You need to be specific. DAGAMES fan server. Oh, that one. In any case, I have talked with KK and Zoo the other day. I had a really important question for him, but they failed to answer. So, you still don't heed what they said. They didn't heed anything. They just caved in and ignored me, like every other mod on the server. I have seen the conversations, Garnet. Good. They didn't cave. You just failed to comprehend what they mean. They didn't explain properly. And you know they didn't answer some of my questions as well. They chose not to answer. Julio, because they don't need to. You are nothing to us, Garnet, aside from a headache. So you can bring up important facts and withdraw as they see fit. Really one-sided. My question really stands with them, regardless how they view me. Please reiterate the question to me so I can cross-reference. Well, I was talking to KK, he made an important fact, that at some point he didn't care about the JCG. The question. One second, let me pull it up. It was somewhere along, despite apologizing to Brian and Kahlo while I was still banned in the DAGAMES server. KK replied that he didn't care, he was not a JCG mod. That got me thinking, and I tell you that you were banned. From the same time, H&B said 10 ults, but back to what KK said, what he implies is that no DAGAME mod enforces anything in the JCG. Being a dick, denying problems from JCG, stirring up trouble, many several ult. I do not deny any problems. JCG is not under our rule. Then why does Ben care so much about enforcing whatever happens in the JCG? He may be a mod in the JCG, I don't care for where I am, not there. He got emotionally compromised, and you're not? No. That's why I questioned KK further. So why are you trying so hard? But he gave up. Maybe, just maybe, Ben was responsible for a bit of misunderstanding. We've had several problems with you, kid. Everybody loves to call me kid. Julio, one quick thing. You're stating the same thing Ben said literally. And, well, every time I got in a difficult discussion, Ben would attempt to ethically undermine me and refer to me as a boy or kid. It's weird. Simple. Your maturity shows that. How am I being immature? And please attempt to answer that without caving in. Your constant not understanding of you not being wanted in a fan server shows that even though you persist, you misspelled that twice in a row, on getting back in there, you don't understand simple logic. Thus, not wanting to be an ethical... not being wanted is an ethical problem, not a logical problem. Thus, why I sent an email to Discord to see if I could take it higher. You broke the rules. We put in place several at the time. That's logical. Which rules? Simple. Don't be a dick once several times. It's a bit vague, but I'll give you that. Nonetheless, but we have given you several chances. Wait, we gave you 3 kicks. We give you several chances, but we kicked you 3 times? Now, in retrospect, then I'm listening to it. That were the rules that say anything about the JCG. That's strange shit, which fails under being dick. Seriously, that's not in the DAGAMES server. Being a dick is. I know, but... No buts. If that's a rule I'm being accused of, how does it explain Ben's accusation of 10 ults? I see the rules right now, there are 6. If it's so simple. That's what I said about the rules at this time. Why is he enforcing a rule that doesn't exist? Unless he is making up his own rules. Which in that case, a lot of rules on the server essentially relates to all the rules in a special way. So please continue with your doing, but we aim to more So he's pretending to ignore me. I really hope it's not different mods enforcing different rules. If that's the case, then perhaps this is a misunderstanding. And you're overlooking it. But something tells me you won't. It's not a misunderstanding. You broke the rules. You're banned. That's it. How does what Ben say about ults line up with being a dick? And knowing you have an ult in there in case of harassment, which in being the process of being dealt with via Discord. Please answer my question. You are ban evading, as stated above, which falls under being a dick. First, we need to prove why the first ban existed. If anything, before we discuss it. Anything evading, perhaps Agent B, is horribly mistaken. Why are you so fixated on Ben? He's the only mod that is emotionally compromised, and he seems to be enforcing different rules that are not on the list. He's literally fear-mongering my name in the general chat. Irrelevant to your ban. You also song-chained. What? Which at the time is also against the rules. Then why is he enforcing different rules and making up ones with me? He's not. Okay. I've already showed a picture before, yesterday, where he was, Julio, that he already admitted to shifting the goalposts. So, let me just go over that picture one more time and I'll show you. So, in the DA rules update, there are a lot of rules up here. Do not, if you have a problem, we're happy to help. Use proper chats. Don't be a dick. Don't go on long tries or spam roleplay. Keep it safe. Do not call out fellow for rule breaking. That is all. A lot of the rules have essentially new additional updates have been added. Please proceed to Rule 6. Realize my teenage a lot of you slap livers. Some people don't seem to get the message across. No else rule is formally introduced in full effect. It was written under... Okay. So, if we take a look at this, Ben is stating no waltz rule, but I've already showed a picture before. If I can find it. It's here somewhere. Here we go. Here it is. So, let me just go over this picture one more time to give you guys an idea. There's a huge difference with what he did. Seeing as some people don't seem to get the message across the damn hands, no rules were only introduced in full effect. Hashtag everyone. And yes, David, I'm shifting the goalposts. We should already know that the rules in effect, as we banned all your outs as a rule before. So, for those of you who don't know what shifting the goalposts means, there's a huge difference between what he posted here. He actually re-edited everything. Shifting the goalpost fallacy. So what does it mean to shift the goalposts? It means you're changing your criteria all the time. Metaphor derived from goal-based sports means to change the criterion of goal of a process competition while still in progress, in a way that new goal offers one-sided intentional advantage or disadvantage. So they're changing the rules. I ask about the rule and I get another rule. Metaphor's description of the tactics of harassment. In such cases, a redefining of another goals in reality may be intentionally devised to assure that an athlete, for example, will ultimately never be able to achieve the ever-shifting goals. Workplace bullying, shifting the goalposts, is a conventional tactic in the process of bullying. So Ben has already admitted to shifting the goalposts. So he already admits to ethically undermining me, so there is some personal bit on his side. So moving on with Julio. Because you're complaining about the DAGAMES server, you pissed off Will and Chloe and the JCG. Thus, why you're in your ban report. Okay. Let's go back to her. Is concerned now what happened because you ask about a ban and it goes from one discussion to another. Because you bring up the DAGAMES server, you also stirred shit in Tay's server. And yet I'm still in his server because we had an agreement. And he's not going to throw anyone under the bus. Wait, what does Tay's server have to do with this? Because you're complaining about the DAGAMES server. Well, have you ever pissed off Will and Chloe and the JCG? That's why, just like I was complaining about the JCG and the DAGAMES, yes, even I misspell somewhere, which is no different. Yet I'm allowed in this. Just like I was complaining about the JCG and the DAGAMES server, which is no different, yet I'm still allowed in the server. JCG are different than DAGAMES. You're right. So why is Ben enforcing different rules from different servers? As I stated before, we have no power over there unless told by Will clear JCG mods. I assume JCG staff, now speaking of, I already apologized to Carlo and Brian. Carlo already accepted my apology. Ben stated that shit was caused in JCG upon further research that JCG pissed Will and Chloe off, that's why we took a report. Regardless of you apologizing to Carlo or Brownie, that does not affect your ban on the fan server. There was a reason. According to Carlo, I don't care if regarding this DAGAMES matter. Chloe was ticked off because I referred Will to his full name. Will Ryan. He doesn't like, Will does not like it when you refer to him by his full name. I don't know why. I don't care for the incident. He was ticked off for a reason. It was 2 years ago. That's why Will is pissed off. As I stated, it came from Will and Chloe. It would fall. But at least you admit to that. So let me get this straight. Will and Chloe was pissed off with what I said in the JCG. But how does this tie to Ben? He was the one concerned with JCG. Will and Chloe don't ban anyone themselves. They get every other mod to do that. So why would Ben be involved then? Are you able to explain that one? Ben filed a report from Will and Chloe. He's the head mod. Will and Chloe probs told him. Probably. Do you know? You have to remember, Ben, Will, and Chloe are friends in real life. I was friends with Will and Chloe as well. Mostly Will back in the day. Yeah, we got an order to ban you from Will directly. You got that order because he was pissed off from what Ben mentioned to him. Again, this ties back to Ben. There's no way he could have submitted a report to Will or Chloe. No, actually, Will said it in the staff room. He can actually. That was recently. What I'm referring to is a while back. Hold on, let me look this up. Take your time, I can wait. From what I'm reading is discussed in the VC, the staff room, so I have nothing to back it up. Then there's no proof Ben was ordered by Will and Chloe 2 years ago. In other words, whoa, hold up. What do you mean 2 years ago? Your ban was back around February. Well, I'm focusing on the Discord ban, nothing more. This was way before. Allow me to explain. Then it was relevant to your ban in February, nothing. Back then, it's relevant, at least according to Ben. Since you mentioned it several times, we'll wait till you're done before typing. Back then, I was in the JCG server with Kalo Brownie. This was around the time Will had 100k subs.